What's up, guys? Knight's Tempest here, back again with another episode of Satisfactory. This episode we're going to focus up. Also, don't pay attention to that. That's just me again. It's like, hey, it's an offline player. It's like, yes, that's me. So, yeah, don't know why it does that. But yeah, this episode we're gonna focus down and try and get to automating these. We already have a point in mind that we want to go to and set up a mine for some SAM. Okay, I've already got those two things. Let me make a little to-do list real quick. Mark 2, yep, that's good. Gonna need a constructor and an assembler to make our SAM. Then gonna need a organization, and we're gonna need one of these. And we might go ahead and throw down one of these as well for our SAM devices, so we can just upgrade everything as it goes. Also, if you hear a fan, I apologize, but it's pretty warm in here, so I've got a fan going in the background. Yeah, that's going to be the focus of today's episode. Get that done. And get some research done as well. But I really need to get that SAM going so that we can get our dimensional depots upgraded, and along with a couple of other things. Mercer spheres, got a few of those in here. Don't need 15, we're gonna grab 15 and split the stacks. Yeah, there we go. Put those away in there. And we're gonna need, I think, yeah, let's go ahead and grab a couple stacks of these. And we'll see how it goes from there. Alright, so last episode we upgraded our power generation plant. I was on the coast over there. Got that upgraded. And got that second segment done, along with building our circuit board factory, which is over there. And where we're wanting to go is right down here. This hole I've been jumping over this whole time. Is down at the very bottom. There it is. Went the wrong direction. Is no, this thing, which we're just gonna bop off because we don't need it hanging around here. It's gonna pick all these up. We can use these to prime the system, but we're also going to have to grab wire from somewhere and get power down here. Mark 2 miner. Yeah, we'll just face it that way, I guess. Right, so fun part is going to be running power and conveyor belts. Conveyor belt shouldn't be too much of an issue, because we can just grab, oh yeah, dumped all that stuff up there. So we can just put a floor hole up there on obviously a floor up there, and then just drag it all the way down here. That way we can get that just going straight up instead of having to build all the way around. What's up, buddy? And we can just drag that over to our steel plant and get that going. So I just need to get out of this hole. Let's see, do I have enough stuff? No, I need concrete. Well, I know just a place for concrete. And this is the reason why I went for retaliate, or should be on retaliate, for the mobs, because this would be a huge pain if I had to fight all the bugs while I was trying to set all this stuff up. Thank God for peaceful mode. Rightio. Need to go grab some concrete. Which luckily we should have a whole bunch over here. We shouldn't need 20 stacks. I'm just gonna grab one. So that should be enough. Concrete, concrete, concrete. Yeah, there we go. Grab a stack of concrete. And do I have... Yeah, I should have enough cable. What we're gonna do is... we'll just run power. Run power from there down there. That's what we will do. So, gonna grab some cable. Look it right there. Ooh, almost made a mistake. We'll just put it right there and we'll start working our way down. As far down as we can. Too long. Where? Right there. Now we're gonna zigzag all the way down through here. And this right here is the very reason why we wanted the big power towers. Just gonna put you right there. That's just a straight shot in here. Alright, Mark II, we're doing 120 a minute because it's a normal node. we're actually gonna do the weird S thing. Because there's a rock ceiling. No, that ceiling's pretty far up there though. Now let's go up there and see what we're dealing with here. So I'll be back in a couple minutes. Alright, so our hole that I didn't mean to jump into. Alright, so there is that. Mark IV. Put it now, let's put it right about there. Alright, we need to kill these things, so let me grab some dynamite. No. Nobelisks. Nobelisks. Just gotta go back to our hub real quick. Wee. Blow those up so I can build in peace. Well, relative peace anyway. Without fear of dying by poison cloud. See, do I have any laying around here? There's gunpowder. No, I don't think I have any, so let's have to make some. Gunpowder. Gotta grab some pipes. Nope. Yeah, grab those. Grab those. Grab one more stack. There we go. Beautiful. I'm not gonna craft all of them, just need a couple. Your cells about 20 or so. Perfect. Make the rest of those later. Is it down on the D? Yeah, it's down on the D-pad. So hold down on the D-pad and I'll let you change ammo types. Just so I don't blow myself up. Gonna go wee. Alright. These are blowy-uppy device. Scientific term for it. It's gonna take care of these bad boys simultaneously. There we go. Alright. Since we did our blowy uppy device, it's gonna be a problem, isn't it? Well, that's alright then. We're just gonna have to do... Alright, didn't grab iron plates. Went right by... There we go. We'll just belt you. Really, we need one iron plate. Oh, come on. Everything just needs iron freaking plates, doesn't it? Oh, come on, I made it out of here at one point. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to do the long way around. So I'm gonna grab a couple iron plates, make a small platform so I stop falling down into this freaking hole, and I'll be back. Alright, well, I'm in the hole. So we're just gonna do this for now. Then, here we go. There's 2 impure iron nodes I could... Oop. Oh, there we go. There's 2 impure iron nodes that I could use to turn into pipe and wire. Which I might do that. Which that's going to be over that way, so we're going to go right up there, which should be out of the hole. And now to go back down and back around. Because this hole sucks. Alright, so we've got, there we go. Right, I just remembered that over here in our steel factory, we still have 1 unused normal iron node. So what we could do is grab 2 of these, double them, there we go, splitter. There we go. Okay, sweet. We're gonna be pre-overclocked because I copied some overclocked stuff. It's gonna be 120 a minute. So now, just gotta do one of these. Then, while that's doing that, can build out a platform out this way. Forgot the zoop. There we go. So now those, we're turning those into ingots. We're gonna have some constructors, which we're gonna build out this way. Let's see, we're gonna need iron wire. How much wire are we going to need is the question. The $1 million question. There we go. Okay, so in order to do one of these, we're going to need 50 wire per minute and 30 pipe per minute. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get enough to make two manufacturers making these. So we got a total output of 20 per minute without overclocking. So we're gonna need a total output of 100 wire per minute. So we're gonna need one of these and overclock it. To get square just, yeah, it's our max. And then 33.5. So you did say you need 100 wire, so we're gonna need to boost it further, max it out, see what we can do. Maximum of 56. So we can overclock these to get 50 per minute. Bam. Do the same for this. That way we got a total output of 100 per minute for both of these. Then we're gonna need another constructor. Making iron pipe. Let's see, how much iron pipe did I say I needed? Gonna need 60 per minute. Hey, I can do that in one constructor. So I'll save a space. So 240 per minute. Jeez. I forgot how much it takes. So there's 240 plus 20, 28, 56-ish. So we need a lot. So that is 240 plus, say, so that would be too much. $240 plus another, did say like 53, 56, I think. So it'd be 196 or 296. Is there any Mark IVs? And I don't mind the extra cost of overclocking because we've got power. We got the power overhead to do this, so I'm not too worried about it. So I'm gonna need to go back, grab some more power shards, so we can power shard the crap out of everything. Then we can grab a manufacturer, plop that down. Gonna need to do another constructor or two for reanimated Sam. That takes 120 a minute for 30 a minute. Okay. One of these takes how much reanimated Sam? 60. Ooh, so that means we need 4 constructors. Producing 60 per minute, which is way more than even maxed out that one node won't be able to do. This would be 120 a minute for 30. $60 per minute. So we're gonna have to not do that. Can't feed 2, can only feed 1. So we're gonna crank this back down. To half of that. That'd be 30 per minute. It's 120 iron per minute. Okay, yeah. We're gonna do this right here. Don't want to go through this menu. That's why I set up this radial menu splitter. actually... Okay, so we can use a Mark 1 for these. Okay, let's reanimate Sam. Let's tone these back down as well, because if we can only do one at 100% efficiency, then we're only going to need one of these, churn out 50 wire a minute. So that can actually get disappeared. So it's 30 steel pipe and 50 wire. Completely lost what I was doing in this menu. Let's see. Alright, so 30 per minute, 50 per minute, 60 per minute. So it's 50, that's 30, so that means the only thing we're missing, see, that's 120, that's another 30, so that's 150. So we can actually tone that down quite a bit. That sounds about right. We'll lock that in there. Then we'll grab another one of these. Should be enough processing power. Should be. Alright. I need to upgrade that. Okay, that right there. That there. Hook these bad boys up. And move that to right there. There we go. So now then, what we're gonna do . Yeah, that'll work. Put a merger down. Our outlet go that way. Nope, not that way. Do a splitter. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll run that there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Now then, actually, he's going to go ahead and upgrade that to Mark IV because why not? Make the spool up a bit faster. Alright, so that is all looking good. Okay, all that is all Mark IV. That's Mark IV. Okay, all that looks like it's Mark IV. Sweet. So now then, just gotta go back up now that I've confirmed everything is Mark IV. on the conveyor belt side. Then gotta build a manufacturer to take all of the stuff we're making and turn them into some SAM we can use. At least I believe it's all marked for. Oh, lifts, right. Manufacture plastic, of course, of course. Gotta grab some plastic so I can make a manufacturer. Then we'll have our SAM automated, which is a beautiful thing. And whatever, all that is done, we'll let it cook for a little while. Then we can build us some depots and can get them upgraded some. I'll have to go out and do some hunting. There we go, perfect. That in storage as well. Do some more hunting for Mercer spheres and hard drives in between episodes. But this is going to be a great start. All right. Now then, we need a manufacturer and not assembler. Ah, that's the problem. You know what, that'll be alright. So we got 3 inputs, got that output. There we go. So I'm gonna Mark II belt this. Same fluctuators. We gotta give it some power. Haven't upgraded that to Mark II. Oh, had to change that. Alright, so that is done. So now we can storage. Put that the wrong way. That is straight. Then dimensional depot. Alright, so now have a dimensional depot going. Alright, it's going to upload at 60 per minute, I think, or maybe 30 per minute. There we go. There's 100 in a stack. So now whenever that fills up, then we'll back up and store in our industrial containers. So, swifty. So now we finally have fluctuators going. Take from inventory before depot. Okay. Yeah, take from inventory before depot. Alright, beautiful. We are cooking with gas. So we've got all that going. Let's have little peeksies. Okay. So it appears that we are waiting on copper sheets on this facility. So let's see if we can fix that real quick. Alright, what we're gonna do is going to upgrade already have, okay. So 10. So I have a feeling we're using more of these than we have production output for. So I might have to ramp up production by increasing smelting rate of these, because these aren't running efficiently. 24% is crazy. Pump these numbers up. Alright, so that's going to inject an additional 30 per minute. So we got 20, 40, 60, 80, 120, 140? Yeah, it's 140 per minute. Jesus, okay. That's almost spit on freaking 90. Basically, gotta cap these out. Right. Grab us some power shards real quick. Alright, we gotta grab power shards, Where did I put them? Yeah, that'll do it. Alright, so now we got to power shard the crap out of a few things, actually. Which means probably need to power shard this thing. Yeah, we're gonna have to. I think 180 per minute should do. It's Mark II, that's Mark II, so that should be okay. Something we could do is instead of that, we'll do, see if I have a thing to do it. I do. Beautiful. So now we do bada bing, bada boom. The right output will be overflow. So we're actually going to shard this and one more. Mark for that crap. There we go. %. Oh, it's because they're full. They're getting full. Alright, that's okay. %. These. Then power shard this as well. There we go. 60 wire a minute. Should keep things flowing a little bit better. For as long as we're using stuff anyway. Alright. So that's all done and dusted. Now we gotta go up here and upgrade everything up here. Ah, added beams. That's right. Can always do this right here and just go grab some more. Alright, so we got the building materials we need. So now we just gotta upgrade the rest of that. Maybe add some more power shards to the smelters. Maybe just add another smelter. There we go. That's better. It's way faster than we need it, but that's fine. Alright, so we're spitting out. We're spitting out double what we used to. Still don't think it's quite enough smelter wise. It's 150, I think, so we'll see how that does. We'll let it run for a little while. And is that Mark 1? Yeah, it's Mark 1, so we need to upgrade that as well. Yeah, Mark 2. That'll be perfect. Let's see how that looks now. That looks better. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So instead of 22 or 23% efficiency, that'll be more than one of them at 100%. And we'll see just how much that helps our production down the line. And I've left it like this because I want this as an overflow storage. That way if that line gets backed up, then we got a way to store the excess and keep the plant going. And these two are for building power plants and stuff like that. That's why I have not touched either one of these. Okay, well, that's project number 1 done. And now we have a stack of SAM fluctuators in the bank. So now we should be able to do a couple of upgrades. Wee. Alright, now grab those, and what else are we gonna need? Oh, right. I'm gonna have to grab them out of the inventory. Alien technology. Upgrade the speed.
Dimensional upload speed increased. Part of the kinetic and thermal energy released during matter conversion has now been repurposed to aid with dimensional shifting, allowing for more parts to be transferred in a short time frame.
Loop the veins, ease the flow, make a curve out of a line. Your shallow minds create shallow solutions. Pretty ripples.
Shallow mind? Pretty ripples? I certainly hope that wasn't meant to include me. Dimensional expansion increased to 200%. Refining manipulation of SAM allows us to now deconstruct non-living matter down to its atomic components in one dimension, and store it in basic bound states in another.
We do not resonate with the tribute song. Do not worship at the window. Desecrate our temple gifts. This shallow serenade is sour and salt.
My intention was not to encroach, if that is what upsets you, nor was it to dispose of material I do not waste.
Yes, she doesn't waste. Alright, get rid of that. Go up to the top and see if anything is got sloops in it. I think I used pretty much all of my sloops for the alien power booster. That thing. Because it took 10. Don't think this thing's slooped. No. No, I've got one, which means I need to do some sloop hunting. Because I would like to sloop our SAM fluctuator manufacturer. That way we can really bump up the speed of that for a little while anyway. That won't be permanent. Alright, technology. Alright, I can do 17. Where's my computer's at? There's 50. Perfect. I'll go ahead and unlock that in the technology tree.
Manual depot uploader unlocked. Storage dimension and pocket dimension now connected both ways and stable. Parts can now be uploaded to the storage dimension directly from the inventory. Note: the storage dimension now understands the boundaries of the pocket dimension and recognizes the distinction between matter belonging to the Pioneer's inventory and matter belonging to the Pioneer.
The window within a window within the shallows within the deep, curling around itself separately, echoes strangely.
I'm sure strange is the correct term for what this must feel like to you.
Alright, so yeah, that's what I thought. So these things will only accept materials. They won't spit them back out. If you were to make another one and hook up some belts to it, that would be pretty cool, but that would take a lot of Mercer spheres, especially if we were to build an entire storage network that way. Alright, so go ahead and take our 17 coupons. Anything shiny we can buy in here? Yeah, add that to the cart. Asphalt, add that to cart. $13, so I can buy one that's got 4. That requires 4. Or I can buy let's see. I guess this is all I got for now, so let's go and buy that. And we'll do we'll do inverted ramp. And then conveyor wall hole. Alright, got one left. Don't think there's anything else that requires one. Oh yeah, we can buy all these. Fix It anniversary boombox tape. Apparently these will scare away animals. Bro, there's a goat sim music for the boombox. That's hilarious. You know what? I'll just go ahead and buy that. Hey, trophy. Thank you for the music. Well, there's a trophy for this video. And we are going to put a few items in here. Okay, so the tape doesn't go in my inventory. That kind of makes sense, I guess. I'm going to delete that stack because I don't need it. And delete that as well. There we go. Rightio. Still not really using a whole lot, even with pretty much everything going. Thanks to our wonderful fuel oil generator going. So, let's see, we need, now that we've done the SAM fluctuator build, can update our to-do list. So that's good to go. Now then we need to automate. High-speed connectors need to be automated because I need a bunch of those. Computers need to be automated. Heavy modular frames need to be automated, which that requires a bunch of screws. Which we have. We make everything at our steel plant except for the screws. Could do that on the second floor. But we might go ahead and just get that going. Don't know why I thought I needed an assembler for the animated Sam. I needed the other one. The manufacturer. There we go. Whee! Is that Mark III? Yeah, we need to upgrade that. That needs to be Mark IV. That needs to be Mark IV. Then we'll go up here and upgrade that stuff to Mark IV. All right, nice. Go ahead and just upgrade all these to Mark IV, because why not? Okay, so for heavy modular frames, we need screws, we need pipes, we need modular frames, and we need the encased industrial frames. There we go. It's 10 per minute. And we are bopping out 12, so that's okay. Production, manufacturer. We're just gonna need a Mark I for that. Default, yeah, that'll work. And heavy modular frames, so we need 240 screws per minute. Jesus. also pipe. Plenty of pipe per minute. Okay, so there's our encased industrial beams, there's our pipes. So now we need to feed our modular frames from downstairs. And we also need to find a place to make screws. Which screws we can make. Oh yeah, steel screws. So with one constructor with the steel screw alternate, we can be making 260 screws per minute. It should also free up some of that, so we can just make that up here. Easy peasy. So, constructor. We'll just put one of you right here. Have you do steel screw alternate. Okay, so that's just a regular splitter. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, so now then we can do that right there. Wire that to there. Wire that to there. Grab that. Hook that up there. And wire that up there. Yeah, that should be okay. And we're gonna need mark 3s at the minimum for that. Beautiful. Alright, so now we need to go downstairs, place a floor hole where our modular frames are. I believe are right here. Yeah, this menu. One of the many menus. So conveyor floor hole. We'll do. Yeah, we'll do that one right there. Mark 1. reversed. Yep, there we go. Do Mark 1 that way. I'm gonna go back upstairs. Because now we gotta pull the Mark 1 through the floor. And this one we're just gonna have set right there on the ground, actually. Nope. And do straight. Alright, perfect. And same as before. Put industrial storage right here. Then, no, we don't have enough, that's alright. I can just grab a stack of those, split that stack, and put the other stack in there. There we go. So now, got heavy modular frames as well. Same fluctuators doing quite nicely, so now we have our heavy modular frame factory going, which will help with our next part. Still have a few other things to automate. I think we've got computers to do. We got high-speed connectors to do. And whenever we get the high-speed connectors going, we can actually start going around to all the different places I've marked and be throwing down some geothermal stuff, which will increase our power ceiling even more. Alright, so last thing we need to make the adaptive control units is the computers. And for computers, we need cable, plastic, and circuit boards. Well, luckily, we've got some cable and plastic already going. And circuit boards already going, so we just got to. What I'm going to do with those is we're going to semi-automate them, not fully automate them. So what that means is I'm going to, for now, in order to get the manufacturing process going with what we need going, is I'm going to grab actually I'm going to build it over there, so I'm going to go ahead and zip line over there. There we go. So I'm going to come over here to where we're making our circuit boards, which we have a few of now. Build a little something temporary. need to grab some more modular frames actually, and some cable. So I can build the manufacturer for our computers. Then I'm just gonna grab a crap ton of resources, dump them in big storage bins, and just drag a bit of, we'll grab one conveyor belt of the circuit boards and just put it in directly into the manufacturer, and that'll be that. Alright, so there's our cable. Automated wiring. So that that is slooped. That's okay. We'll probably unsloop that now, because we have 3 industrial containers full of them. So it's gonna remove that. There we go. Okay, sweet. So just gonna add on to this for now. Because we can still go under this thing. So I'm not too worried about access on this side. There we go. Okay. Alright, now we got a little expansion going for our temporary production. Yeah, we'll just plant that bad boy right there. Build a little bitty storage container because we only need 100 right now. And we'll fully automate this part later. Just gonna grab that bad boy right there. Right, so it's gonna be making computers. So it's got our circuit boards taken care of. Now I just need cable and plastic. Do I not have? No, I don't. Don't have an alternate recipe for computers yet. That's fine. So we just need to make 2 storage bins. I'm gonna make them industrial ones, because why not? Alright, so we got 1 for plastic and 1 for cable. Now we don't really have a whole bunch of cable being produced right now. I mean, kind of do, but also kind of don't at the same time. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go back to our hub, drop off all the SAM. Check the recording, make sure it's still going. Yep, okay, sweet. Dump all this stuff, grab a whole bunch of cable and plastic both, then we can start making our computers. Then once we have a whole bunch of our computers built, then in fact we can just go back to doing the whole storage bin thing, semi-automate all of the other stuff. Then we can just let our manufacturer cook, and that'll be our automated control units done. So we're actually pretty close to finishing phase 3 and going to phase 4. Alright, I said plastic and cable. So for right now, put those in there, put our sloops in there as well. Delete those. Just gonna start dropping some of this stuff. Might as well go ahead and drop those. Drop those as well. You right there, you right there, and grab you right there. There we go. Alright, we gotta grab a whole bunch of plastic. We need that the most because it needs 16 per computer, so good thing we have a power plant that just makes a crap ton of plastic. So we're gonna go to our power plant, grab an inventory full of plastic, dump it into one of the industrial storage bins, then grab a whole bunch of cable from our copper plant and do the exact same thing. Okay. Plastic. It's rubber. Take all that and take a bunch. Oh, let's take all that. There we go. So now that is most of a industrial container full of plastic. Then I'm just going to do the same thing with the cable. Then we'll just let her cook while we go back out exploring, trying to find some more Mercer spheres for both upgrading our depots and also building more depots. Here we are back at plant. Just gonna dump all that in there. Ah, of course. Of course, missing cable. Now it's got to grab cable. Delete that. Alright, so there's another inventory full of cable. Although before we dump the cable in there, we're gonna have to wire up the manufacturer real quick. Boop. Very nice. Grab this. Where is that? Where's that? So, yay, it'll reach as well. How about that? Alright, and that is computers done. course, I dropped everything back at the hub. Oh, it's already going in there anyway. Okay, so now we just have to let everything cook for a little while, build up to the amount we need to build 100 of those, and that'll be phase 3 complete. So whenever that happens, I will tack that on to the end of this video so we can start the next one. Going to phase 4, and then we're gonna have to do a lot more stuff. We have to actually automate computers, start to build a completely solo factory for computers. Same thing for our the high-speed connectors. I have to make a crap ton of those as well. Just have a factory that just builds those. And yeah, we'll get the monorail technology researched, then trying to think of what else. Then we'll just start doing some more unlocks in the next tier, and then we'll start working towards the next space elevator part. So yeah, I will catch you guys next time.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to tiers 7 and 8 in the hub. In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself. It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues. Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts. Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput? Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity? Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your peers. Good luck in Phase 4. Phase 3 of Project Assembly completed. Fixit's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above-average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation. It is understandable. The pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence. Milestone reached. Trains are excellent for efficiently moving vast quantities of parts. Train logistics can be made more precise and complex with tools found in the railway signaling milestone. I listen to all my pioneers, often when they're not even aware of it. So due to popular demand, I have added a motivational message. Choo-choo mother. Milestone reached. The hover pack draws energy from nearby power connections, and so can only be used in their vicinity. It provides an excellent vantage point of your work, which you clearly need. Otherwise you would have optimized that obvious problem by now.